Outcome 7. Use on the types of prototyping, throwaway and evolutionary prototyping during system development. What is throwaway prototyping? Throwaway prototyping, also called close-ended prototyping, throwaway or rapid prototyping, refers to the creation of a model that will eventually be discarded rather than becoming part of the final delivered software. Advantages of throwaway prototyping. The key advantages of throwaway prototyping are that it reduces project risk by moving fast through the first development phases. You're choosing or should be choosing a prototyping language or framework that allows you to quickly construct your app and achieve your prototyping objectives. What is evolutionary prototyping? Evolutionary prototyping is a software development process in which a prototype is built initially by the developer or development team. Following the customer's initial feedback, more prototypes are created, each with new features or enhancements until the final product emerges. Advantages of evolutionary prototyping. The following are some benefits of evolutionary prototyping. The delivery of the system is accelerated, the user interacts with the software, the system is more likely to satisfy the user's needs. Outcome 8. Describe the advantages and limitations of each prototyping.
Advantages of rapid prototyping. It allows the development team to design the product specifically to the end user's liking. The feedback from the users help to refine the design of the product and reduce the possibility of the product delay because of new changes being made to the design of the product. It is generally low-cost and efficient approach, with the frequent feedback from users and stakeholders means that any problems can be identified in the early stage before the business invests new funds. As a result, it reduces the wastage of resources and enables the investment of resources. Disadvantages of rapid prototyping. Users may confuse the prototype with the final product. When a prototype reaches the customers, they may mistake it for the final product without understanding that it is subject to further finishing and may perceive that it is the actual performance or appearance of the final product. Rapid prototyping has limited options. The techniques used in rapid prototyping can limit one's option in software development. There are many other options in making a prototype, although they are not as fast, they provide good features. Additionally, in complicated projects, rapid prototyping may not be the best choice. Advantages of evolutionary prototyping. It will be easier for customers to see the development of the product. This way, gaining a positive impression from the market will be attainable because they can see your efforts towards improving the system to better handle customer service. It is very useful for exploratory programming such as artificial intelligence. Disadvantages of evolutionary prototyping. It is very difficult to establish a completion date. With the continued development within this type of prototyping, it can be very hard to determine a completion date, due to the fact that there may still be errors in the system that will undergo further iterations. This type of prototyping can be very costly and time-consuming for a company because of the extended time spent doing this activity and the uncertainty about the completion of the product. Advantages of incremental prototyping. 1. It is easier to test and debug during smaller iterations. 2. Lowers initial delivery costs. Disadvantages of incremental prototyping. It requires a clear and complete definition of the system before it can be broken and built incrementally, and the total cost is extremely high. Advantages of extreme prototyping. 1. It allows for software development companies to save cost and time required for project realization. 2. It is a very simple type of prototyping. Developers use simple codes that can be improved at any time. Disadvantages of extreme prototyping. It is more focused on the code rather than the design of the software. This can be a problem/disadvantage because a good design of the software is very important as it helps in the selling of the product. 2. This methodology does not measure code quality assurance, it may cause defects in the initial code. Outcome 9. Using rapid application development to create a product. Rapid application development allows developers to quickly make multiple iterations and updates to their software without having to start from scratch each time. This ensures that the end result is more quality focused and meets end user requirements. Phases of RAD. Every application developed using this methodology has a predefined cycle to process. Let's take a closer look at the steps involved in rapid application development and how they can help you create the final product. 1. Requirement planning. Planning is essential to the method you use. It helps define the project development plan. However, planning this agile approach is accurate and concise compared to other best practices. Understand the problems the company is facing. Why do they need a software product, and what are the assumptions for that product? What are the business needs and goals defined by the company? Once you have defined your requirements and goals, make sure they are approved by your business stakeholders. Streamlining communication from the requirement phase ensures smooth development. User design. User design is the most important phase of this methodology. It ensures faster iterations and gives you a competitive advantage. In this phase, the development agency works with the customer to design the prototype of the application. Test the wireframe to ensure that the prototype meets your goals and requirements. Are there any bugs within the prototypes? Do they look intuitive and user-friendly? Developers fine-tune and customize themes to suit the needs of their end users. 3. Construction. Once the customer approves the user design, we prototype it and convert it into a product. The user design phase helps remove possible bugs and issues from the product. This speeds up the development phase and reduces time to market. The developers concentrate their efforts on creating a rapid development. This phase includes application development as well as defined coding processes. Define testing methodologies to remove bugs that exist. At this point, programmers work with testers, developers, strategists, and customers to achieve the best results. Cut over. Implementation is the final phase of this methodology. During this time, testers and field engineers strive to create more sophisticated and perfectly tuned products. Final test before launch. Changes and approvals from embedded customers. User training before the product is available. The cutover phase gives the product a final finish.
Here are our references for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you.